2, enter. So same thing I have to configure in R1 router also. No neighbor 192.168.200.2. so disable connected check. So neighbor 192.168.200.2. so ebgp-multiop 2, enter. So the syntax for configuring multi-op is neighbor, then pairing IP, then ebgp-multi-op. So now you can see the BGP neighbor relationship will form. So now I am giving do show IP BGP summary. So the neighbor relationship is formed. So in this scenario, so we have to configure eBGP multi-op in R1 router as well as R3 router. But if R1 router have any LAN network and R3 router also if we have any LAN network, so we are advertising in BGP means R1 router will learn that LAN network of R3 router and R3 router also learn the LAN network of R1 router. But this is a poor design. So when R1 router tries to reach the R3 LAN network means the packet will be coming to R2 router. So the R2 router, they don't have any idea where to forward this packet because R2 router does not learn any LAN network of R1 and R3. So this is a poor design, poor idea. So we don't configure like this. So there is another scenario. So this is the next scenario. So here two routers directly connected. Here two physical interface I am using. So BGP will configure only single interface. It's not possible to configure both interface. So in R4 router I am using one loopback interface and R5 router also I am using one loopback interface. So here what I am doing is, so here I have to configure load balancing. So in eBGP here, instead of configuring physical interface as a pairing IP, I have to configure as a loopback interface. So before that, R4 router I will configure static route. So reach the R2 loopback, and R5 router also I configure static route to reach the loopback of R4 router. So in R4 router just configure static route. So there are two possible paths to reach the R5 LAN network. So I just give IP route 4.2.2.2 and subnet mask, and exit IP is 192.168.100.2 and another static route is 2.2.2.2 subnet mask /32 and exit IP is 192.168.200.2. So we can see. So R4 router, so as per the diagram I'll configure the IP address, show IP interface brief. So here we can see I'll configure the physical interface as well as the loopback interface. So and also static route also I configure do show run pipe section IP route. So that indirect content network, so static route is configured. There is a two possible path to reach. So either one link goes down also I can reach to another link. So that's why we can configure load balancing. So in case here if I'm configuring physical interface means either any one link only I can use, another link should be an ideal. So if the one link goes down, the complete BGP will be down. So instead of that I'm configuring two loopback interface for both router. In R4 router I just pairing the loopback interface. So through the IGP protocol both router will reach the loopback IP address, either it will going via first link or either it will going by second link. So there should be a load balancing. If one link goes down also the BGP won't down until the both link goes down. So this is one type of load balancing. Okay, just go to R4 router. So just I tried to ping R5 loopback interface, ping 2.2.2.2 is unreachable, and also R5 router show IP interface brief. So here also I configure physical interface IP as well as the loopback IP. So here also I configure the static route for loopback interface of R4 router do show run pipe section IP route. So we have two entry. So there is a load balancing. So just I ping 1.1.1.1. Yeah, I'm able to ping. Okay, so now I'm going to configure eBGP on both R4 and R5. So router BGP, I'll give same AS number 1. Next one neighbor. So the neighbor IP is R5 loopback IP. So loopback IP is 2.2.2.2 and remote hyphen AS number. So what is the pairing router AS number is 2. Enter. Next one neighbor. So normally BGP works like BGP have an own TCP mechanism. They will do the three-way handshake. So these things we can see separate video for in depth. So just now I'm giving introduction for eBGP multi-hop. So here normally BGP router they will send, they will form the pairing with the physical interface IP as a source, but here I'm using loopback IP, so we have to mention, you have to take source IP as this loopback IP. So that's why we have to configure 2.2.2.2 update hyphen source and loopback 0. So R4 router I created loopback 0. So whenever I am trying to pairing with R5 router, take it my loopback as a source IP. If I am not giving this command means it will take it as a physical interface IP. So I am not configuring pairing with physical interface IP. I am configuring with loopback IP. So we have to mention update hyphen source loopback 0. Enter. So next one here we have to configure eBGP multi-op, because R1 to R2 is a point to point, but R1 to R2, from R2 we can create one loopback, so it will be crossing the router. So that's why we have to configure eBGP multi-hop for this design. So neighbor 2.2.2.2 eBGP multi-hop 2. Enter. So same thing we have to configure R5 router also. So global mode router BGP 2. So neighbor IP is 1.1.1.1. remote hyphen AS is a syntax. So pairing autonomous system number is 1 and neighbor. So here also we have to mention update hyphen source as a loopback. So 1.1.1.1 update hyphen source loopback 0. So R5 router also we are saying take it my loopback IP address as a source IP, because in R4 router I configure R5 router loopback. So that's why we have to mention update hyphen source loopback 0. Next one neighbor 1.1.1.1 eBGP multi-op 2. Enter. So now the eBGP will be formed between R4 and R5. So here we can see I got neighbor relationship. So just check show IP BGP summary. So now I got neighbor relationship with R5 R4 router. Just ping 1.1.1.1. So I can able to ping. So now if we have any other LAN network means you can advertise. Okay. So using this scenario we are doing load balancing, as well as here we are using eBGP multi-op. So the eBGP multi-op mainly using, so our pairing router after how many hop away the pairing router is there. By default eBGP if you are configuring means the default TTL value should be 1. So if it's point to point means the neighbor relationship will be formed. If it's not point to point, if it will be more than one hop away means you should configure definitely eBGP multi-op. So if you are configuring eBGP multi-op, you don't mention any value means by default it will take 255. If it's take 255 means it's possible to form loop. So you have to configure exactly how many hop away the pairing router should be there. So based upon that it will be forming the eBGP neighbor relationship. So the first diagram I will show it to you. So that is a poor idea and poor design, because R2 router they don't have any idea about the R1 and R3 LAN network. So for this scenario is a good, and you have to do load balancing also. Okay friends, so this concepts everything I'm giving just introduction to eBGP multi-op. So from upcoming video session I will take in-depth concept. So I hope you can understand this concept. If you have any queries, please ping me in the below comment section. I will reply to your query. And also you can watch my previous session, then afterwards you can watch this video so you can able to understand what I'm saying. Thank you friends. Thank you for watching my video.